What's up YouTube? My name's Quickie, welcome back to the channel. Right, today is Sunday. I was going to be in here early doors today, but I don't know, to have a laptop day to start off with. Basically I changed this opening, so I made it wider here, shooting for the same up here. I'll show you why in a second. But because of that, all my drawings and stuff was wrong. So we've done you, don't need you anymore. And this is what we're on next. And this is going to be the awkward bit. In here I have got a 5mm radius on the inside, you know, just so there's no sharp corners for, you know, fracture points and all that sort of stuff. This I think is brilliant. Let me get you in, I'll show it to you. You go there just for a sec. Hang on. Hopefully you can see this. There's my peg in there, my locating peg. And you just can't tell where it is, apart from that little dimple in there. That's where I was turning it on the lathe, and that's where the life centre went. But it is a properly snug fit. And it is just as good a fit in here as well. Look, you have to wiggle it in. So that's all good, and I'll be using that to locate features on the, you know, when I have to put them back on the turntable and stuff anyway to do this radius in here. So I've opened this out. Reason being is I want this opening to be the same as the inside diameter of this tube, because this tube is going to form part and parcel of the Speedo. Right, so we've opened up this dimension here and here and changed this angle. So my old drawings weren't any good, so I've had to redo them all with different measurements. But basically I want that opening there to be the same as the inside diameter of this tube. I'll get a picture and show you how close I am. It's pretty good actually. It really, really is. But now this is the interesting bit, because I need to cut a slope. You know, that, if you imagine a triangle there and sort of running along there and then triangle on the back again, that bit has got to disappear. And this is where it gets interesting, and this is where this is going to come in. So according to my drawings, right, so this is going to have to be laid over at 45 degrees. This is already set to 45 degrees. Then it also needs to be cocked that way 10.5 degrees. So this is basically horizontal, because then I can just run a mill across here, sort of from this direction, and I'll end up with like a 45-degree slope down here, which is what I want. So fixturing it is going to be interesting. What I've decided, there's probably like a million ways to do this, but this is all precision ground. Not that improved finish for better results version. Somebody nicking my van. I can claim on the insurance to get a better one. Right, hopefully that's going to stop in a minute. Are they really nicking my van? No, still there. Right, so this is all precision ground. So if I was to rotate this so it's dead flat, and I can check that with the digital protractor jobby I've got. So he's basically going to be like that. Then I can use this surface here to dial it in on the, with the DTI. Just sweep that surface there, so I know that this is absolutely parallel to the direction of travel in the bed. Okay. Then I can lay it over at 45 degrees like it is now, and then I've got one of these. This isn't going to be the most accurate way to do it, I know that, but I need to clock it in 2 directions, so I can't just stick it in a vise or use a sine bar or something like that. So it's a digital, well, I don't know what it is. It's not a compass, it's not even a protractor, it's like a digital ruler, but the digital bit is the angle. So anyway, we put him on like that and zero him. 0. So now what I can do is I can set that to 79.5 degrees like that, lock him off and stick this on there, married up with that angle, whilst I clamp it all down. So as long as I can get to this bit, to machine it, we're in. It's got T-slots, so I'll probably have a clamp here, a clamp up here. It's just obviously I can't interfere with where the quill comes down. But that is how I think I'm going to fixture it, because I can't think of another way of doing it. Actually, you need to go that way for this particular one. I'm doing that face. Right, so that's what I'm doing. I've got a fair bit of monkeying about to do, and time is getting on, and I've got pooches that need to be fed. So I'm going to disappear, but I'll be back. Right, it is now Wednesday. I haven't had a chance to do bugger all in here this week so far. Sam came back from her holidays on Monday, which is really cool. She was very knackered, very brown, a little bit stripy, but she did have a good time. So yesterday I spent at home basically, but today is Wednesday. I've got my switch gear, which is all cool, so that can go on at some point. But I've also had a bit of a special delivery from someone. Let me show you. This turned up in the post. How good is that? Certificate of inspection. And basically it's an 88-piece set of gauge blocks, look, all individually wrapped up in that just to keep them protected. And I've got a certificate of inspection. Kenny's the fella that did it. He actually looked at them in 2019. So they've been knocking about a bit, but the sizes, that is unreal. Like the difference between that one and that one is 0.0005 mil. Oh yeah, I best not get them mixed up, eh? That is mega. All individually wrapped up, look, just to keep them all protected and stuff. I do love it when tools come in proper wooden boxes like this. That is awesome. I really do want to do a big thank you, because I've been after it. You can get gauge blocks like this, and you can also get gauge pins, which would be handy. I'm going to get myself a set of gauge pins at some point, but that is awesome. Now that Brian is getting properly set up and dialed in nice, and I'm getting used to him and all that sort of stuff, you know, a decent set of gauge blocks is going to be invaluable. So thank you so much. Right, he's going on the shelf, pride of place. Look at that. Right, I think we're in. I gave up using this thing in the end, just because it wasn't practical. Basically, I can't get it in off this face and down the side or on the other side or anything else, purely because of where the clamps are. So I've had to eyeball this bit. It does mean we're going to be a little bit off, but the end of that mill runs exactly on the edge of that. Literally, I've just scraped the very, very corner of it off. So I can't see a way of getting it any more accurate than that. And at the end of the day, it's a set of yokes. If it's like half a mil off by the time I've finished, do I really care on a slopey bit? No, not much. I do need to get a 20mm spanner for this tilting table, because the bolts that secure it in place, they're kind of squirreled up underneath here, and you can't get a socket in there, and I haven't got a 20mm spanner. So I had to use this thing, which I hate, but it is done up and it is tight. It does look a little bit precarious, I'll give you that, but you know, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Nothing. That'd be fine. Right then, what speed are we on? That'll do. I think I'm just going to start whittling it down. I'll take the corner off and, you know, come side by side and gradually work my way in until I can meet up with this radius. And then we'll have to spin it around and do it all again. Right then. Yeah, there is the tiniest little ridge. It's absolutely flush here, but then you get to this end, there is the tiniest little ridge. So this isn't exactly at the right angle. If I move it, I'm going to cock it up, I know I am. Shall I move it? Do I move it? Let's try moving it. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Right, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see a great deal of this, but there is a radius in here. I need to get that absolutely level. So rather than trying to set it up with angles and measure it with a digital protractor and various other bits and pieces, it suddenly dawned on me that I've got a DTI and a holder that fits on a spindle for it. So I've set this up to run right down the middle of that radius. I have been knocking it about. And if I sweep this end to end, the difference is 0.01 mil. I'm going to get any better than that. If I tap it with my hammer, you know, this jobby, I'm moving it more than that anyway. And to be honest, I don't really think you're going to notice 0.01 mil on a set of yokes. So I'm calling that square and level. I'll just clamp it all down and check it again. And then we're having this corner off, and hopefully I get a slightly better join. But we shall see. It's all trial and error at the minute. Last one was an error. This has been a trial. Right then, That is a lot better. There is a tiny little burr there. I mean, wipe it with a piece of emery, it's all going to disappear. So we're in. What have we learned so far today? Don't just set it up using angles. Indicate everything you can. Makes a massive difference. Half the trouble, I think, is just figuring out how to indicate the flaming thing. You know, what surface can you come off? And how are you going to make it repeatable and all that sort of stuff? That's where I'm struggling, I think. But once you set it up and set the thing going, Brian just puts a lovely finish on it. He really does. He's dead good. Right, tidy up, get all this lot off, and I'll show you what we got so far. I am pleased with how this is turning out so far, because it is a stupid shape and it's awkward to do. But I don't know, you can't really see, can you? I'll get a picture and shove it up. Both radii, the curvy bits in here, perfectly fine. I mean, that's all going to be underneath and at the back anyway. You ain't going to see it, and I am being picky when I say there is a tiny little lip there. But it is so small. Wipe it with a piece of emery and it is going to disappear. And all this is going to get like a brush finish on it and stuff anyway. So it's all going to need a little bit of dressing up just to get rid of the machine marks and stuff with Scotch-Brite and that. So I ain't bothered about that at all. Not at all. Next job is going to be to do the same sort of thing, but the reverse of it on the top. Just so I can get that main sort of shape into it. So I'm gonna have to have all that lot off there because I've got a little job I need to be doing for Jamie. Actually, he's just dropped something off. I've got a carb slide off a Ducati that needs a little bit of machining doing, but it's cool. That's an easy one, don't worry. It is cool though. I'm loving all this because essentially two different ways of setting the thing up. One was first with angles and digital protractors and all that kind of stuff, and it came in bloody close. It really did. And I thought, oh, hang on a bit, I've got an indicator. Let's indicate it. I've not tried out my spindle holder thing yet, so I did that. And it's just, you sort of, the last little bit, if I'm honest, it wasn't done with numbers off the CAD drawings or anything else. It's just kind of sneaking up on it bit by bit, 0.1 of a mil at a time until I got it exactly where I wanted to. But that's fine. I'm happy doing that. That's not a problem. This isn't CNC, it's all hand done. So, and I'm learning loads. Every day in here at the minute is a school day. Every day. In other news, it's very cool news actually, because it's going to help with this no end. Finally got a date for moving into the model shop. So at the minute, I'm a welder on the line and I can't move out off that and into the model shop until my replacement has been sorted and I've shown him what to do. So there's a fella from another part of the organisation, he's already a welder, he's coming over to my bit. That's happening on Monday. Today is Thursday. So basically I've got 5 days to try and get him up to speed and show him how to put everything together and all that sort of stuff. And then I don't care if he's any good or not. When the boss asks, is he up to it? I'm going to go, yes. He's the best welder I've ever seen. He could do this with his eyes closed. I wish I was as good as him. Then I'm off. I'm going to the model shop. So my official start date, I think, is going to be the 23rd. They're still doing the paperwork, although it's all been done and dusted. It's just got to be signed off by the fella and a date put on it. But so far they're talking about 23rd. So I'll be doing this sort of stuff full time. Which will be great, and I can pick their brains and I'm just going to pick up loads. What else is happening? Oh yeah, Sam is off. Oh hello, I'm getting caught. That's probably Sam. I'll be back. She wants me to pick up stuff on the way home. When am I coming home? Anyway, what else we got? What else is going on? Oh yeah, Sam, she's just come back from her holidays, all brown and everything. And she's got another break coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Basically, it's like a big family reunion up in Hartlepool, which is where her dad's from. So they're all going up, look like everybody is going up there for a week. Without me, again. For, you know, just to like catch up and, you know, do stuff and all that sort of thing. So anyway, when she's away, I'm going to be on the new shift, but I'm going to have the Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday in here. So I'll be able to get loads done again, and I can go home when I want, and I don't get phone calls going, you need to pick this up and you need to do it before such and such a time. So that'll all be cool. And then, because I've basically copped the hump about her doing all the whole, oh, I didn't deburr it. I need to deburr it. Yeah, because I copped the hump a little bit. Well, I mean, not a lot, just a bit, about all these holidays without me. We're going away on holiday, so we're sort of in the process of booking stuff up and everything at the minute, checking on who's on the green list and who ain't. I think I know where we're going. And then we're going to be having a holiday away start of October. Yeah, a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, so we're going away start of October, so I ain't going to be around for a week then. But I will let you know closer to the time. I'm loving this. Right, what's going to be next? What are you? Right, so this is the next bit then. Putting the slopey bits on the top. That'll be alright, so I can locate off these. So we're going to need to put the turntable back on. Set him up over there like that with my peg. Just have to do it in 2 stages because I can't do it off the middle anymore. That'll be alright. That'll be fine. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it for this one. I am enjoying it. I mean, I know I haven't worked on the bike for quite a while now because I've been doing all this stuff, but it is going on the bike, so it is sort of bike related, and I'm learning loads. Literally every time I do something on this, I'm learning something else, which is cool. Every day's a school day doing this sort of stuff, and I don't think it ever really stops. So anyway, that's where I'm leaving it for this one. Thank you ever so much for watching. We will see you again on the next one. Laters!